noon Central Time. 5 minutes to motivate. You guys feel very close right now. I'm gonna scoot you back a notch. As you come in, please let me know what your name is, where you're from, all of that good stuff, so I can say hello to you. And then we'll get straight to these points, because I think this is going to be hopefully some aha moments for some of you, because I think that they are mistakes that a lot of us are making and we don't even realize it. So thank you guys for joining. Somebody let me know that you guys can communicate, because nobody's saying anything yet. So say hello. If you are brand new, give me a thumbs up, or let me know that you're a newbie. Hello, Jennifer. Hi, Kim. Good to see you guys. Brand new. Jen. Welcome, Jen. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. Where are you from, Jen? Hello, Alina. Enlighten you? Of course I will. Is it Alina? Alina? Give me a, I hate it if I mispronounce things. I hate it when I hopefully it's still working. I'm kind of glitching out. Bad connection. Oh, okay. Alina. I'm going to go with Alina. Okay. Well, hang in there with me. So, all right. We are going to go over 5 reasons that I don't take your business seriously, or take you seriously. Not you personally, but I'm going to speak in generalities here, because I work with work from home business owners, and usually within the first meeting, I can tell how serious this person takes their business, how successful they're going to be in the near future, just based upon the way they talk, the things that they share with me. And so I want to go over with you some of the pitfalls, some of the indicators that show me where they are in their business. And I hope I put this as more of a motivation than a training, because I think that it may be a kick in the butt for some of you who don't even realize you're doing some of these things. So point number 1. Hello, Diane. Hello, hello. Thank you for jumping on. Okay, so the first thing, and guys, all 5 of these I have been guilty of at some point or another. This is not, again, I always give this disclaimer. This is not me, like I've got it all figured out. This is just my observations of what other people do. And then I notice when I do it myself, because I've now seen it so many times in other people. Number 1, they use this is in written communication usually. They use super fancy words. They try to sound a little too smart. They don't use words that you and I would use in our everyday communication. And I am one of those that I will type 4 paragraphs of information trying to get my point across, when all we really need to say is, can you please send me an email back? Or are you interested in having a phone conversation? We'd use too many words in trying to communicate. We need to simplify and use human being words, for crying out loud. One of the things that I've shared this story with you guys before, but Mark Zuckerberg wanted to learn Chinese. So he invited all of, yes, I am too. He invited a group of Chinese people from China who worked for Facebook to help teach him how to speak Chinese. And at one point, this lady was trying to say to him in Chinese that she was upset with her manager, and all of these things were going on, and why, and he couldn't understand it. It was too complicated. And he said, simplify it, please. He said that in Chinese. And so she did, and he still couldn't get it. And so again, he said, simplify it, please. And finally, she got to the point where in Chinese, she said, I have a bad manager. It was so simplified that he finally could understand what she was saying. And I think that that's a key element when we're communicating, in especially written for a lot of us, that we just simplify it. What is the point of this conversation? What are we trying to get to? Don't lose my attention by giving me 4 paragraphs when you just need one thing. We hide behind writing, so keep it short. Number 2, this one's a big one, guys. Stop with the dumb disclaimer. A lot of times I will hear somebody say, because they're wanting to ask me a question, and they'll say, this may be a dumb idea, but, or I don't know much about this subject, but. They sort of undercut themselves before anybody else can. It's kind of like laughing at yourself before other people do, because then it doesn't hurt as bad if we can pick on ourselves first. But all you're doing is undercutting your credential, your certainty. I mean, you sound. How does that sound when I say, well, I know I'm dumb, or I do those things, guys. I see that quite a bit with my downline. Yes, we don't want to be overly confident, because what if the other people in the room disagree with us? So we undercut ourselves first. Take that out. Be certain in your thoughts. That doesn't mean you're necessarily right. It's not an arrogance thing, but just ask the question or make the statement. Lose the little preamble that we like to add on there. It's, last week we talked about that Alice Walker quote. It was the most common way that people give up their power is by thinking that they don't have any. And I'm going to go on to say another common way that people give up their power is by speaking as if they don't have any. So, preamble. Speaking of using fancy words, is that a fancy word? I don't even know. So instead of saying, I know I may be dumb, or I know I may not know much about this, just say, how about this idea? What about this opinion? We create our own existence by words we speak. Yes. Number 3, this one is stands out to me like a sore thumb, because I am a single mama. I am a business owner. But a lot of, and I'm gonna pick on the girls right now, a lot of women like to blame their husbands for things. My husband is upset because my husband doesn't like that idea. My husband, fill in the blank. I know if you've been in the home-based business, if you've been in direct sales, if you have a downline, you've heard the my husband excuse. And while I don't think that that's wrong, I think it's good to discuss with your husband, or maybe you're in a business together, but own that opinion or own those questions. Maybe you and your husband did sit down and have a discussion and he has some concerns. Then say, we discussed it, or I have some concerns, but don't blame your husband. I hear that so often. My husband's upset with the way the business is going. Well, are you upset? Because really, I'm working with you on your business. How do you feel about it? I've heard also interns who've been blamed, or my assistant doesn't think that, or, fill in the blank, but own it up. If you have questions, then ask me questions. I'm hitting my microphone. Sorry about that. Then ask me the questions. Take ownership of your own business. Right, exactly. I think it's amazing to get other people's thoughts and opinions, and if they have questions or concerns, great. Are they your questions and concerns? Are they your opinions? Because when I'm working with you on marketing your business, I only care about how you feel about it. You're the CEO. Don't be mousy. So I get emails all the time from people, and honestly, guys, I am busy. Just like the rest of you, I get 100 emails a day. Sometimes I need following up on things. Did you receive that email? What do you think of it? Whatever. But so many times people start off with, I know you're busy, or I'm sorry I'm being high maintenance, or if it's not too much trouble, could you? Don't do that. I know that I'm kind of a strong energy type person when it comes to, I'm sort of like a male energy when it comes to my business, but that makes me sad for you. It makes me sad for you when you speak to me in a mousy tone, because you're not mousy. Don't be mousy. Don't apologize for sending me an email. Don't apologize for asking me to look at something. If you believe I need to look at something, then own it. Be direct. And then the last thing, number 5, yes, they do, Jen. Number 5 is, I can tell, or I don't take your business seriously because you don't take your business seriously. It comes down to boundaries. What is one thing? People who stick to their boundaries. People who treat their business like they're the CEO of their business, I know. I instantly know. Because there are those who treat their business like it's a hobby. We've heard that cliche over and over and over. But for me, one of them is boundaries. If I am trying to schedule an appointment with you and you say, you know what, I'm supposed to do something, but I'll make it work. Don't. I've learned the hard way. There are set hours. If I can't meet with you in those hours, then we got to put it off till tomorrow. And people know that. When I talk to them and I say, nope, sorry, I'm not available then, that gives me a sort of a power. And it's not me trying to be arrogant. It's me setting boundaries for myself, but it demands respect. I demand respect of my boundaries. Also, time is money. So the people who are focused or take their business seriously, they understand productivity is highly important. They're not sitting around on Facebook all day. They're not gabbing on the phone with their friends. They're not spending 4 hours a day asking other people's opinions of what they should do. Time is money. They're focused on profit. Now, let me give you the caveat with that. I understand that business is not all about money. I get that. I totally get that. But if you aren't making money, you don't have a business. I mean, if you don't have money coming in, then you don't have a business. If you have more money going out than you have coming in, then you have an expensive hobby. So ultimately, the people who are successful, they take their business seriously. They understand that it is about the bottom dollar. It's about making money, and time is money. So they're focused on productivity, and they're acting as if they're the CEO of their company because they are the CEO of their company. So they know that their time is valuable. They know the energy and effort that they have to put in every single day to make sure that they're getting a return. And they know why they're doing the things that they're doing. A lot of times I'll get on with new clients and they're building their social media following, which is great. Build your social media following. And I'll ask them why. Why are you focused on building your social media following? They don't have an answer. They're doing it because that's what they were told to do. Or they're hoping they're going to get some new clients from it, but they don't exactly know how. They can't connect A to B. They know that popularity equals more sales. Well, popularity doesn't equal more sales. Popularity means you're popular, but it doesn't mean you're profitable. So know why you're doing what you're doing. Know why you're spending the time in each of your daily tasks. And they're not just mundane tasks that you're going through because somebody else told you that you should be doing them. Know why you're doing them. Take ownership of your business. So let me reiterate the 5 real quick. Number 1, communicate clearly. Don't try to sound more intelligent or more fancy than you actually are. When I get on Periscope, you guys know I'm not fancy and I use incorrect grammar a lot of times. But so do you, and so now you can relate to me. So that's how that works. Number 2, stop with the dumb disclaimer. Don't say, this might be silly, but just lose it. Just share your opinion and maybe not be a bulldozer about it. Say, I appreciate your opinion, or I like your thoughts, and that's a big one. If you've studied communication, you know to throw the and in rather than the but. It's not, I like your opinion, but it's, I like your opinion and then add the value. So use and instead of your mousy or your dumb disclaimer at the beginning. Number 3, lose the blame game. Take ownership for your opinions, your thoughts, your emotions even. If you're upset about something because something didn't go right with your business, you take ownership of that. It's not my husband was upset that this fell through. I'm upset that this fell through. Number 4, don't be mousy. Don't apologize before there needs to be an apology. I'm sorry to bother you. I know I'm high maintenance. And number 5, take your business seriously so that I can take your business seriously. Be the CEO of your company, act like the CEO of your company, and focus on productivity, using your time wisely, because making money is the ultimate goal. If we're not making money, we don't have a business. All right, guys. I feel so much better now. I need a fan though. I'm warm. You guys have any questions for me? I need a minute to recoup. That was some sort of crazy. I am going to tell you, I made a graphic since I last spoke to you. So if you guys want the 31 days of Scopespiration, there you go. Just go to my website, katherinekeller.net, and click on the Periscope button in the menu bar, and you can get 31 days of scope ideas delivered right to you. Actually, it's a PDF download. So I'm very much looking forward to that because the first is on Thursday already. I can't believe it. We are moving along. Okay, what questions do you guys have? What thoughts do you guys have? What's the day hold for you? Somebody let me know. I know I just talked with you an hour ago, so for those of you who are new, I usually do a scope at noon Central Time every single day, where we do motivation and some training and things like that. So for those of you who are new, welcome. I saw there was one new person. Jen was my new person today. Do we have any other new people who are on here? Guys, if this was valuable to you, please make sure to share it. I got that wrong earlier. I think it's swipe right if you're on an iPhone and swipe up if you're on an Android. I can't remember now. I probably should write that down. But please share this if you feel that this is valuable to your followers or to your team. We'll go from there. You guys are quiet today? Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you, Anessa. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, so I just saw this picture on my iPad. I'm going to share it with you guys since we are done talking about all the craziness. Okay, I don't know if I told you guys that I'm headed to New York next month and we're going to a Broadway show, which my daughter thinks is thebomb.com. I kind of do too. There I go. I'm going to take ownership of my feelings. So we spent 2 whole days shopping this weekend, and we finally... Oh, Diane, good. What is your topic? Share it with me. We finally found the dress. Isn't she adorable, you guys? I love it. It's 50s style. She is so excited. So anyway, I had to just show my baby off for a second. Yeah, anyway, that's her Broadway dress. Diane, what's your topic for tonight? All of us are nervous, our first scope. Who hasn't done their first scope that needs to talk about it? I have a lot of scopers, I think, this week that are going to be trying their first scope. And you guys let me know when you're going to do it. I'll get on there with you and give you some hearts and some love and some comments. You did 2 already. Alina. Oh my gosh, I feel like I get that wrong every time. 1 step in networking. Okay. All right. That works. Did we talk about, I don't remember if I did that as far as Alina. Okay. All right. That's what I needed right there. Alina. Okay. Yes, we're good. So, one of the things I talked about, make sure your title is killer. 1 step, I wouldn't say just 1 step in my title. I would say, 1 quick step. 1 easy step. I know you were just giving me the short version, but your title is what gets people on to your scope. So if you don't have a killer title, people aren't going to join. So, Alina, I know we've closed our scoping school that we started last week, but I'm going to open it back up next month. So stay tuned because it goes into all of those details. I think Nessa, it was like an hour, I think, wasn't it, last week of just maybe 30 minutes of just talking about titles and how to create a title that gets people on your scopes. So yeah, I would make sure it's quick, easy, something like that would be the title that I would use. But yeah, I think that's great. Keep it going. Use emojis as well. Those catch people's attentions. Anything else, you guys? Any other questions you have? Questions about your first scope that I can help you with? No. I mentioned earlier possibly switching this time to a little bit of an earlier time. I think I get a little bit more people on if I do it an hour or two earlier. But I'm going to continue on at noon this week. And so if I do switch times, I'll make sure you have plenty of notice. And it'll go maybe to a little bit earlier time starting next week. All right. I'm going to let you guys go and I'm going to get back to work. You love the noon one? Okay. Well, I'm going to continue with the topic discussion, the motivation. I'm just considering moving it to a little bit of an earlier time. But still doing the same format, still doing motivation and quotes and training and all of that. So I'll let you guys know. I'm just going to keep an eye out this week on how many people are able to get on at different times of the day. So you're welcome, Diane. Make sure, hey, Diane, follow me and we can do this again tomorrow. Okay? All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.